What's going on, guys? Gemini here, and we've got part 3, the final part of the attacker segment of my one tip for every Pokemon in Pokemon Unite. And this has been a fantastic series. I have loved doing this series for you guys. I've had some really positive comments, some really positive feedback, and I really appreciate that, you guys, like, so much. And yeah, I'm happy to bring the last part of the attackers, and I've still got like a couple more segments with like defenders and all-rounders, and I think supporters too. I haven't done supporters yet, so plenty more episodes to come. But yeah, I hope you guys have been really enjoying it so far, and it seems like a lot of people are getting a lot out of this, so I'm really happy. Anyways, before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. It helps me out, and I really appreciate that. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so what better Pokemon to start off with for the last part than Delphox? I love this Pokemon. I love playing in jungle. It's so fun. I love Flame Charge, Mystical Fire together. It is just really good. And I guess my tip is going to be that when you use Mystical Fire... Oh, hello, Venusaur. Or Ivysaur, I should say. When you're using the Mystical Fire build, you can use your Flame Charge to reposition the move. So I can attack him like this, or I can, if I'm really far away, I can just go... Bang. Getting closer. Reposition myself. Get away from him. Okay. And we go in. Bang. So... you can launch your move first, so you can use it to get closer, or you can launch the move first and then, say you're gonna miss, for example, you can just basically use your Flame Charge as a reposition move. And so you gotta aim them both kind of separately sometimes, especially like if you wanna go backwards with it, or you wanna go in with it. So you got to be careful as well not to not to do that and basically just end up. But the part where this really comes alive is let me get level 11 with Mystical Fire Plus, where you're resetting your move cooldowns. So I go use that, I dash in, my moves are back up already. Now if I go and get a cooldown buff, then I start to use my moves. Bang. They're up already. I can use them again. Again and again and again and again. And you can just use them on repeat, and you can just be zipping and zooming all the way around. You can be dancing around the enemy Pokemon, and it just makes everything so much more dangerous. Bye. But yeah, Mystical Fire Flame Charge is just such a fun build. You're zipping, you're zooming, you're getting your resets, and you have that long range poke. Like, it's not just the length of this, it's actually the length of that, plus your Flame Charge in. And, you know, if you wanna, like, you're like getting close, you can launch damage and get out as well. Launch damage and get out. So yeah, give it a try and zip and zoom. It takes a bit of practice, but once you get a feel for it, it'll really accelerate your Delphox gameplay. Alright, so the next Pokemon on my list, and this is a Pokemon I was just reading the patch notes today, this morning, and it's actually getting a buff, so it's about to become really freaking insane, and I thought it's actually pretty good already. But that is Glaceon. I think both builds are getting a bit of a buff. Icicle Spear looks like it's going to be insane, but this is an Icy Wind build. Anyways. Where this Pokemon really comes alive is when you freeze dry, you got that extra special attack, and then you're hitting with your Icy Winds. That's basically part 1. Now, if I go freeze dry, Icy Wind, attack, that's it. That's like the end. But if I go and pretend I've got all my icicle spells built up, because you know you want to get all those icicles built up, so you have try to have A like at all times. But if I go Icy Wind, hold it, freeze dry for the boosted attack, and then I can hit again with another Icy while I still have that boosted special attack from the effect of freeze dry. So just again, Icy Wind, wait, that. And then, so you're holding your attack, Basically, so you're holding your attack as long as possible. So you're holding, holding, freeze dry, attack, jump, and attack again. So you're basically trying to get two of those fully charged Icy Winds off at once, with the one effect from the freeze dry. It's a good combo. It'll basically, if you have fully charged Icy Winds, it'll just end up deleting an enemy. Like if I'm just gonna run over here, grab these. Grab, bang. He's actually a higher level than me, but if I go like this, and then I go bang, bang, delete. I mean, I was a bit off on my timings there, a little bit, but delete. Like, it's just insane. You can delete other attackers. It's really good. Work on the timings, get the combo down, and you'll see that the damage you do with Icy Wind Glaceon just skyrockets. Give it a try. I promise you'll get much better games with Glaceon now. Next up is Mew, and Mew's a Pokemon that I don't really play it a lot. It's not something I'm like super confident playing, but and I've noticed like also a lot of the stuff that you can do with this Pokemon, it is explained in the game, and a lot of people probably already know it from what I see when I see people play it. Like, you know, for example, I mean, you could say like, oh, you can actually start launching your Solar Beam and then, you know, launch this out after that to get the boosted instead of actually launching the light screen first and then Solar Beam, just like a little intricacy kind of thing. It can help you, like, so now you know. Bang. You know, so that's like something you could do, but like a lot of people probably know a lot of these things generally, so it's not. I think the thing that I see people struggle with when I see them playing Mew a lot is, well, I don't say I necessarily struggle with it. They might be trying something and I'm just not realizing that, but in my mind, I think they're making misplays, and that's with the Unite move. The Unite move has invincibility, and I think people go, oh, I'm completely invincible. What they don't realize is that when you sorry, if I go in my Unite move and I actually attack, you can see you're not invincible anymore. So let's showcase that with something that can attack me. Let's get a let's get some stuff down here. So I attack him. I go into my Unite move. Invincible. See? I go into my Unite move again. And now he sees me and he hits me, even though I'm in my Unite move. So you lose that invincibility when you start an attack. And it doesn't have to be like one of your moves. I can be in my Unite move. And if I just basic attack... See, I got stunned by that. I think some people aren't realizing this, and they're going to the Unite move, they're immediately attacking, and that might be their play. They might be trying to just use it for damage, but I see people doing it when they're really low on health. Like if I go, this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna go to the Rayquaza. Hey, you big green lizard. Boom, you know, oh no, he's gonna hit me, ow, I'm dying. And then I go my Unite move, and you can use that as your getaway kind of card. Yeah, I got him. You can use that as your getaway card to save your life. I see people using it, they're like, oh no, he's gonna get me. They use it, and then they immediately attack, and then they get KO'd. So try it out. Try and just keep that in mind. So you can use this as a get out of jail free card, but don't attack if you've used it as a get out of jail free card. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because yeah, you're getting yourself KO'd, and people are probably getting confused and wondering why. That's why. Okay. Here we have the penultimate attacker for this series, and that's Dragapult. And again, this is a Pokemon where a lot of the stuff, like a lot of the if you just read its moves, you'll understand a lot of I guess the stuff that you can do, you can't do, and it'll help your gameplay. So my tip here, and the thing I'm going to explain is that if you've played the Dragon Breath, Dragon Dance build, you may have noticed that Dragon Breath can be used within Dragon Dance, like so. So you can, like, you know, kind of cordon off an area, you know, and if you can time it right, let me just take our cooldowns off. If you can time it a little bit better than that, you might be able to, like, block off a whole section. But if you've used it, you've probably noticed that being able to aim your Dragon Breath, like, first thing, being able to aim it and use it like that, it just tends to work a little bit better because you can't really get the timing of Dragon Breath while in Dragon Dance is really hard. But also, if you do have if you're going on Dragon Dance, these auto attacks, there's so many of them, and I feel it's just so much more valuable that if you're up here and you're launching the Dragon Breath, you're kind of wasting those auto attacks, and it just doesn't do as much. So if you want to get the reset still, what you can actually do, you can actually Dragon Breath, Dragon Dance, cancel it, and then you can Dragon Breath again. So you don't actually have to use it inside the Dragon Dance to get those resets. Now, the little bit extra and bonus tip is, if I can show it with this dummy, I'm just gonna kind of go from the same area, so hopefully it attacks in the same way. Oh, I might try and here should be okay. So I go around, I do, what is that? Total damage 6,200. Okay. Now, if for example I go 1, 2, 3, and I activate my Rapid Fire Scarf, and I've done it a little bit too far away now. Yeah, I was a bit far away. Unfortunate. Let me just try that again. Maybe I'll just have to. So I've launched it, and I've got crit, so it's a bit hard to tell. But basically, you're attacking faster when you got the Rapid Fire Scarf active. So you want to try and basically just build up three hits to activate your Rapid Fire Scarf and just absolutely go insane in your Dragon Dance, do way more damage, and that'll just increasing damage output. It's kind of, you know, min-maxing your moves and getting the most out of them is what you really want to do, because you're squishy at the end of the day, so you want to get the most out of them. Final attacker of the series and our newest addition to Pokemon Unite, Chandelure. And this one's a really quick, simple tip, and it's like really easy for me to give, and it's just something I use personally. So your boost attack's on a timer. So I boost attack. No matter what I do, I can't get it back any sooner. Okay, that's my first little preface. Second, I use overheat, bang, 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 and then I use that final hit. I actually cannot attack for a little bit. Like, there's a little bit of time where I can't attack. So, combining those two little facts, my tip is pretty much launch your moves, do your boosted attack, then launch this, so that way while you can't attack, you're just missing out on your regular basics. So you're not, you know, your regular basics are just, they're nothing. They're not your damage dealer. It's a mage Pokemon, that's not your damage dealer. Ah, I was going to run to a chair. But yeah, basically, so that way while you can't attack for that, like 1 second or whatever it is, that way your boosted gauge is just recharging and you're not really wasting as much damage with this Pokemon. Yeah, that's it. That's a simple trick, and I use it, and it helps. Like, once I started doing this, I noticed my damage per game crept up a bit. It's just like, it's just little things, really little things in your gameplay. Like, well, that's a terrible example. Let's go take out this dude here. Bang, 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 and I go boom, and I go boom. Oh, he's got me. Ah, die. But it's like the little things in the gameplay, like so launching, say you've missed one, and then you just launch a boosted. It can help you get that finishing off anyway. So say like if you missed one of those shots like that, I did it on purpose by the way. It just helps you get that little bit, and it might be the difference in getting the KO and your enemies escaping with 1 HP. So yeah, try it out, and hopefully that helps you secure some more KOs with Chandelure. And with that, that brings us to a close to the attacker part of this series, and I hope you've all learned at least 1 or 2 tips that have really helped you improve your gameplay. And please just let me know in the comments, like if any of these tips have helped you and if you've actually improved. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I really like to hear that, you know, my tips have actually helped you. And if they haven't helped you, if you already knew these tips and you have some tips of your own with this Pokemon, put those in the comments as well. Help someone else. Maybe someone else might get something out of your tips as well. It's not just my tips. Like, your tips can be very valuable to other people as well. So yeah, and while you're down there in the comments, you know, just subscribe, drop a like, all those things. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye!